This will be a reading for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's see what we get. It's sort of just a quick check-in. There will be an extended on my Patreon. So if you want to see the extended where I go into a second spread, that's available in the description below. I am available for personal readings, all that stuff. Like, subscribe, and so on. Thanks for being here. I feel like there's clarity maybe on some kind of ending or some issue possibly. It wanted to flip around. I'm not going to take it, but oh, yeah, gathering information on some kind of ending maybe, or maybe you've gained some kind of insight. I'm not going to get ahead of myself. Let me finish the spread here. You may have anxiety in a relationship of some kind, possibly. You know, it seems like the outside influence is, I don't know, maybe just like sort of minding their work affairs, I want to say. You know, there's almost sort of this choice here that makes you anxious, or it's a situation with someone. You're trying to look at everything with a sense of wisdom. You know, you're not... This is a fucking confusing reading. I'm going to tell you that right now. I don't know what is happening here in some ways. I mean, it seems like you kind of go in your own direction. You know, what I'll say is you're sort of smoothing over or a situation, or getting to a more calm state of being with something. And you may just be very productive at this time, or busy at this time. You know, I feel like there might even be a real focus on integrity and your development, not necessarily of character. I mean, not that you're not developing your character. I'm sure you're developing your character just fine. But I mean, as far as developing, I don't know, your career or something you're learning, or, you know, there's just something you're kind of, you know, I almost kind of get the impression of two people, right? Like, say it's a relationship or whatever context, you know, it doesn't matter, but there's like two people and you're both sort of maybe doing your thing or whatever, but for whatever reason, that kind of brings anxiety to probably you about a connection more so, I would say, because it's almost like you are really trying to have a good attitude about something or see something one way, but you're just having a hard time doing that. Travel could be involved. Education maybe could be involved. Yeah, I don't know. This also feels very massive. Like, I don't know if you're developing a platform, or if someone around you maybe is, or because there's sort of this shift where everything kind of starts to move fast. And the Hierophant it does have a sense of authority. So, like, people gather to hear the Hierophant. You know what I'm saying? Especially with this notion of the world and the Six of Pentacles, it very much seems like something like that. Um, it's almost like you're waiting for something to pay off. Maybe you feel like you don't have answers to something yet, or like you're not getting the proper result of what you're trying to do. Like, you're putting in the efforts, but it's like, okay, so when does this change happen, or when does this progress happen, kind of thing. You know, in some ways there may not actually be any confusion in terms of partnerships or relationships, you know, work, love, family, whatever. Maybe you're just clear on sort of cutting something out and just focusing on this, because there's very much this sense of independence and justice here. Maybe you're putting a lot of energy into building yourself up somehow. Yeah, because in a lot of ways, it's sort of just you here. However, there does seem to be anxiety around some sort of connection, or maybe you're just wanting a connection, something like that. But there's a lot of movement. You know, so I could really take this in a few ways. It'll apply differently for all of you. So some of you, it could be causing like some strain in your relationships, but for others of you, you could just be like, I don't know, sort of concerned about meeting people or something of that nature, or a partnership of some kind, particularly maybe an education, or someone who's, you know, if there's a hierarchy or there's some kind of learning happening, that could definitely be a thing as well, and there might be some stress around that. But ooh, you'll set yourself free soon is kind of what I'm getting, if that's the case. Yeah. A new direction is found. I think that you're going to kind of go your own way with something. You know, like if you were at a job you hated or something, you might start your own business. You know what I mean? But it's a matter of making that choice and consciously moving in that direction. So I'm going to take this over to the second spread on Patreon if you want to join us over there. If not, I hope you have a great day. And again, if you want to book a personal reading, I'm having a sale the rest of October. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.